Sakritva rajasam tyagam naiva tyaga phalam lave dukkhamiti eva yat karma kaya klesha bhayataje Sakritva rajasam tyagam naiva tyaga phalam labhe dukkham unhappy iti thus eva certainly yat that which karma work kaya body klesha troublesome bhayat out of tajet fear saha that kritva after doing rajasam in the mode of passion tyagam renunciation naiva certainly not tyaga renounced phalam reserves labhet gain. Anyone who gives up prescribed duties as troublesome or out of fear is said to be in the mode of passion. Such action never leads to the elevation of renunciation. Anyone who gives up prescribed duties as troublesome or out of fear is said to be in the mode of passion. Such action never leads to the elevation of renunciation. One who is in Krishna consciousness should not give up earning money out of fear that he is performing fruitive activities. If by working one can engage in money in Krishna consciousness, or if by rising early in the morning one can advance his transcendental Krishna consciousness, one should not desist out of fear or because such activities are considered troublesome. Such renunciation is the mode of passion. The result of passionate work is always miserable. Even if a person renounces work in that spirit, he never gets the result of renunciation. Om Ajnanat Himanandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Namo Vaishnavadaya Krishna Prishaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Pashad Deshatharine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Now Krishna is catching Arjuna on the main point here. And the point was this, that Arjuna wanted to give up the battle. And the reason is this. He came to fight. But when he saw his grandfather, his teachers, he saw the difficulty that is there in going to fight with them. Obviously there is no difficulty. And Arjuna said, no, I can't do it. He left. And many a times we also have a similar experience. We like to do something, and if I find it difficult, I will throw it away. This is the general attitude today. In fact, the whole society is also like that only. People cannot handle tapasya. There is no training of tapasya in the society today. No. Generally, even in household, the training is only pampering. Tapasya is not there. Something cannot be done. No, parents have no courage to tell you. Because children walk out of the house. No courage. No, not. That is tapasya. We are training a child in tapasya. Pampering is easy, but the result is dangerous after that. Because the child is untrained. We are in training. Training means what? Training means something is good, something is bad. Something is supposed to be done, something is not supposed to be done. Today, no parents know how to train the children. They only know how to pamper. Child says, give me 1,000 rupee mobile, parents will get 10,000 rupee mobile. Somehow pamper the child. then it is actually we have spoiled the life of the child. Because tapasya is for human life. Eating, sleeping, even animals do. And even animals know how to maintain their children. Animals don't know how to train the child in tapasya. They also have no capacity. Neither they are following tapasya. Animal has no tapasya. He likes something, he will relax. There is a tapasya. Human life, tapodhyam, tapasya is there. So first we have to train ourselves in tapasya. Then only we can teach. If we are not a good example, even if we talk big things to children, he will not listen. Suppose the parents are, take a simple example. Parents are drinking and smoking, or parents are watching TV whole day. We tell child not to do, why he will not do? He will also do. Okay? Many parents, my son is watching TV whole day. But what do you do? I also do the same thing. Then why they will stop it? So first, in our own life, we have to absorb tapasya. And that is the principle of tapasya. We have that example. Even if there is a difficulty, person does it. Even there is a difficulty, he does it. There was an example now. It's not that I'm a good example, but let us just take now from Srila Prabhupada's. He served as a beautiful example for whatever he taught. There were once a devotees, I have taken sometimes before this example. Devotees were in Kumbh Mela, and early morning, everybody is exhausted. And Kumbh Mela, now it is going to be there. This is 2013. Previous to that was 2001. Previous to that was 1989. Previous to that was 1977 when Prabhupada went. You can calculate exactly. Prabhupada went during that time, and Prabhupada was, this is the year Prabhupada left the world. He was physically quite weak. Still, that is in January. He had left the world in November. Okay? He was not in a good health. Still he told his disciples, let's go. He wanted his disciples to be. In fact, Prabhupada was seeing more Kumbh Mela as an opportunity to introduce Krishna consciousness. Kumbh Mela as an opportunity to distribute books. Then more, in taking bath in the Amrita, which, they say in Kumbh Mela, that's just like Samudra Manthan and Amrita, the water becomes like that. It is very, very auspicious. Prabhupada one time said, our main business is not taking bath in that. Our main business, we have come here to preach Krishna consciousness. True, some devotees went and from the middle of the river brought a bucket during that time for Prabhupada to take bath. But Prabhupada said, the focus kindly don't have it. We have come here to preach Krishna consciousness. Okay, so that is always our main objective. So at that time what happened, devotees, somebody has seen it, it's very, very cold. It's an open area, any open area, the temperature becomes still less. And the temperature becomes like 2 degrees, very cold, devotees are very exhausted. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, no devotees have got up. Prabhupada got up at that age, bitter cold. And the hand pump started taking bath himself. There was a hand pump or something near their place. And the devotees, some people could know this, they could hear some sound. And they felt so ashamed of themselves. They all jumped out to take bath. So first thing is, we have to give a good example, where we fail actually. Then you talk with principle, who will follow. Okay, so we should be first a very good example in tapasya. And the first tapasya is, early to bed, early to rise makes a person healthy, wealthy, wise. The first tapasya. Prabhupada says, before the clock touches 4, we should jump out of the bed. Okay. There are many times. 3 is also good. Sometimes Prabhupada said 3, sometimes 3:30, but 4 is the last year. So let us try to practice that in our life. Prabhupada said, anybody serious in spiritual life, first element of tapasya he should get up. And then, we have to freshen ourselves, bathe ourselves, because our whole thing is we are going to chant. And you cannot chant properly if you are not wearing fresh clothes and you're not taking a bath. We are in the conditioned stage of existence today. These things help. So freshen up, take bath, and then have the first arti for the Lord. That's called Mangal Arti, offer the beautiful arti to the Lord. In fact, every grihastha should have a deity at his place if he cannot go to the temple every day. Grihastha or anybody. Either you go to temple every day, that is also good as doing archana. Otherwise, do at your place. Archana should be there. Simple. If you cannot have in the beginning, it is good to have Gaunitai or Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra and maintain the worship in a simple way. And then after that, the Mangalarti is over. Prabhupada said TT doesn't mean you sleep till 6 o'clock. TT means you get up at 4 o'clock. Take bath, then have the first arati for the Lord, and then sit down and chant, which is the Mula process of Kali Yuga. And it's generally, everybody finds this convenient, 5 to 7 at least. Attentively chant His names. And don't be just focused on completing the rounds. The japa should also be attentive. One level is doing 16 bars. And second level is doing it attentively every word. And praying to the Lord, my Lord, give me shelter. My Lord, now you are present as a holy name, please give me shelter. And this is also very big tapasya. Mind wants to watch TV, mind wants to read newspaper. Just yesterday we were discussing, it's all Gramya Katha. If you go to Gramya Katha, your spiritual life is destroyed. And today there are different media, nothing but weapons of mass distraction. They are distracting you from Krishna. And actually they have no news. They present completely nonsense activity. Some cricketer has thrown a ball and somebody has gone out and he's showing. If you can go to the core of his heart, there is zero happiness, rather negative. Mostly these people are all in sinful activities today. Because too much money, people become sinful. If you observe their lives, all are sinful today. Previously, at least they were not so sinful. But anyway, it's a waste of time watching them. It's a gambling, a worldwide gambling. That baller doesn't know what is going to happen, the cricketer doesn't know what is going to, the stadium fools or no other word, they also say it. So don't waste your time. In fact, just like we say, the old age is meant for fixed samadhi on the Lord. That is the time they should become more focused on Harikatha. Whole life you should be there. But old age means samadhi on the Harikatha should be there, like Parikshit Maharaj. Anytime you're going to leave the body. But today, instead of samadhi on Harikatha, they have samadhi on Gramya Katha. Any old person today typically sits with a remote, if he has money, and all day watches. And people are such fools. They all, when the day will come, I can just sit and watch TV. And you have done it so many times, Puna, Charvita, Charvanara, million times you have done it. It is so frustrating and boring. But people still dream of the day, there is a holiday, you can relax and simply watch movies. Crazy fellow. And the old age somehow. Samadhi on Gramya Katha. Definitely is fit to be born again in this world. With a lot of problems. So no, don't waste your time like that. That is another tapasya. We have a tendency to hear our own mind. That's why japa becomes useless. We are hearing our own mind. This I have to do, this I have to do. Why you have so much doer? Why you are having so much doership? Krishna is a doer. You just now hear the rounds. Word by word you hear the round. And chant with feeling. Not just have to finish. With feeling. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 give me your shelter. Improve the quality of the shelter. Prabhupada said chanting should be like a child praying for the protection of mother. A child cries for mother, completely helpless. The same way, we should be completely helpless. Lord, I have no capacity to approach your lotus feet. Now you are so kind, Durdev Vidasham Ihajin Anuraga, so kind to give me your association in the form of the holy name. Please give me shelter. It should be properly done. And then when the chanting is over, then we discuss Gita Mahagatam. Again with respect we should hear. That is another tapasya. We want to hear our own mind, our own ideas. Why are you so proud? What is so special about you? Hear what the Shastra said. Generally we meet people today. Because no training, all pampered brats, what technically term is called pampered brats, modern youth. And you tell them something, they don't want to listen. 16-year-old, 18-year-old, they have their own opinion. And we have not heard anything till now. Why you are so closed head already? Everything they have their opinion. How they will learn. So why you are so proud? Therefore Prabhupada said, Kali Yuga, all that is expected. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, only thing is that stay where you are, wherever you are. You don't have to change the social condition. You are an engineer, you are a doctor, stay where you are. But with submission and with respect, hear the great acharyas. That is another great tapasya. So just because now it is difficult to get up in the morning, I cannot get up now. Tapasya. It is difficult. They are giving 2 more hours. No, that is called tapasya. Rasik movement. And then next is we are doing our early morning to take bath, that is also tapasya. Do it. It's all difficult. Don't feel like it. Take bath. And then who will make arti plate and do arti follow. At this time, do what Acharya said, do Mangala. Then after that, now I will just go back and sleep. Sit and chant the wrong word by word. And then finish the japa. Now again, this is the time actually to do whatever small deity seva. It take 5-10 minutes actually. And then to offer arti to the Lord. And then after that is over, sit down and hear Bhagavatam. If there are some people in the house, somebody can read, others can hear. That is called congregational reading. Otherwise, somebody can take a class like we are taking. It's not difficult. Anybody should be able to do. And next, after this is over, then offer something bhoga to the Lord. The tapasya, eat, offer and eat. Don't eat directly. All the elements of tapasya. Then whole day you engage in some work. Some people may be fortunate to whole day engage in Krishna service, but they should be careful. Freedom also brings more responsibility. It is dangerous also. So we will be absorbed in Krishna service. We have a good fortune. Take advantage of that. And in case we are stuck in some work, something we have to do for bodily maintenance, Prabhupada said, just because I am doing for money, don't be scared of it. No. You are doing the work, some portion of it, whatever small fraction of it, offer it to Krishna. Then what happens? That work you are working for Krishna. You feel very nice. Yes, I am working for Krishna. You feel very pleasurable. And then what are the other things we feel? And there is some discomfort in that work. That is there in every profession, sir. Tapasya. No, I am an engineer. So much I have to do. I am a doctor. Everybody has some difficulty in the profession. It is not that we give up. And Krishna also is saying that Arjuna, you have to play the role of a Kshatriya. Definitely some difficulty there. Kshatriya has to kill his own relatives sometimes. It's part of life. You have to accept it. So there are some difficulties in every profession. Person should accept them. It's not that we don't accept. Nothing is in this world pleasure. In the spiritual world, everything is nectar. There is no difficulty. In the material world, because we are in the conditioned state, there are difficulties. If you are in the liberated state, there is no difficulty anywhere. In fact, Srila Prabhupada, when the Grihasthas, Prabhupada mentioned that the temple should not maintain the Grihasthas. They can give some basic maintenance, but as far as, that is not a good thing to give them, lump sum kind of a salary. So then what happened that the devotees asked them some what we should do. Prabhupada said that maintain this. Maintain some by working also. The Prabhupada, how will you maintain any Krishna consciousness when you're working also? Prabhupada said, I did it. I was working. He had an example. I was working, but I'm maintaining Krishna consciousness. So same way, yes. So suppose I am working, there is some difficulty. Maintain Krishna consciousness. It's not difficult. So in all angles you see step by step tapasya is involved. Without tapasya there is no life. Anything you do in this world, there is tapasya. Tapasya means kashta. And today that's happened generally. In the education time you see people are no tapasya they learn. They eat at any time. They sleep at any time. No tapasya. And they are supposed to follow brahmacharya. No brahmacharya. They have girlfriends or boyfriends. No brahmacharya. They watch movies where all rubbish things are going on. What brahmacharya person can have? And then after that, they suddenly want to, when it comes to going for a job, they have terrible problems. Many times youngsters, when they enter into a job, they go into depression and they are very mentally disturbed. Because their boss is there, says, do this. And now, the first time in their life, see what happens. Till a person is around 22 years, generally, till he gets a job, his parents are maintaining it. He doesn't know what is money. He doesn't know money does not come free in this world. Even Krishna's system, you want to enjoy materially, Krishna doesn't give it free. Punya you have to earn for it. Little effort. It's not that he's going to put food on your mouth. Little effort is there, not much. Today we have disorganized the society in such a way that to get little food also you have to work more because you have done so much harm. Society is sinful. The more hard work now to get food. Otherwise you see animals are getting it like this. Little effort they get their basic necessities. Human beings, because they become sinful, more and more kashta is coming for their food. And as Kali Yuga progresses, it will be more and more kashta. Punya means more freedom. A lot of time is there, opulence is there. This is the mark of punya. In human form of life, yes, there is nice bestow. So now we are coming to the point. So yes, what happens? The youngsters are not trained in any tapasya throughout. That's the hallmark of modern civilization. And they go to job, they just cannot handle somebody making them work for money. They cannot handle that. Giving orders, do this. They look at their teachers who make them work, or the boss who makes them work, as some demons. What all words are used for? My God, gone mad, crazy fellow. There he is being practical. It's a thankless task. Because nothing, company is not going to, money is not falling from air. Company has to do some work, and you have no capacity to, you're a Shudra, you have no capacity to make your own business, or to do administration, or to give knowledge. You just want some employment. And why you want employment? Because stomach is paining. Otherwise, you don't want to work also actually. So be cautious. No? You come for money, it's not going to give free. Money doesn't come free, they'll make you work. And when they have to work, when they're told do this, their mind revolts. It takes a few years to come to know the reality of this world. And they really, most of them, they become very disturbed. I don't like to work. So many things. Tapasya. So out of passion, when you throw away a work out of passion, that is because of rasa. Sattvic, what are the difficulty? It has the work. It ought to be done. Rasic man does things only for pleasure, personal pleasure. Therefore, if there is a difficulty, you want to avoid that work. And the last tamasic fellow, he doesn't care for doing his work. He doesn't know what is prescribed to it. He's just a whimsical man. He's a crazy fellow. Rasic man comes forward to do the duty, but because of difficulty, he dumps it. Sattvic man, whatever the difficulty, it is supposed to be done, I'll do it. So his strength is, therefore, if you want to develop, a good tapasya spirit, come to Sattva. Because Rajaguna will break your tapasya, and Tamoguna will destroy your tapasya. Okay? Always come to Sattva. The Tamoguna you will not even start, you just will sleep. Rajaguna you will start, but you want some fruit about it. And when the fruit is not coming, some difficulty is coming, you drop the work. Sattva you not want fruit for it. Neither you are lazy man. It has to be done, I'll do it. That's all. His success or failure in that work does not matter. He just does it because it ought to be done. And he's satisfied, he put a good effort for it. And he keeps it. He doesn't give it up. Rasic man, he is fruitive now. He becomes a sense gratified. So this person, tries, but actually difficulty throws it up. And the tamasic man is crazy. Doesn't know what is supposed to be. Srila Prabhupada ki, Bhagavad Gita ki.